Okay, is that better? Okay, I'm not sure why, but as long as I have my headphones plugged in, it seems to work. Okay, I'm not sure why, but as long as I have my headphones plugged in, it seems to work. So let me just figure out a place to put these where they're out of the way, but you guys can still hear me. Oops. Okay, oh man. Here's Miss Lilo saying hello. I think she's picking up on my nervousness. She will not leave my side right now. Can you say hi? No, you can't go up on the shelf. Sorry, girl. Thanks everybody for being here. Sammy, I'm not sure how to make anybody a mod, so if somebody wants to let me know how to do that, I'll put you and Kayla as my mods, if that's okay. Yeah, I figured so, Anne. I wanted to partake in the color-a-thon this month, so I figured I would do a stream beforehand, so that way hopefully I'm not as nervous come next week. I'm not seeing any dots by anybody's names. It just comes up as actions to report, remove, put in timeout, and hide. Yeah, and for some reason live streams don't work on my computer, so I can't do it that way. It's an LG something or other. So Android, I guess. No, and I don't, and live streams don't show up on my computer either, so I don't think I'd be able to do it that way. Oh well, I do have my other phone beside me so I can see the chat easier without having to look up, so I can hide or time out or whatever members, I guess, if I need to. Sounds good, Sammy. Thank you. So I figured we would color a pocket-sized image, of course a Hannah Lynn one. And I'm hoping that it takes me a little bit so that way I can spread it out through this stream and then my 2 slots on the colorathon weekend. But I'm just not sure what I want to do with the background. I was thinking either Neo colors or just normal watercolors, but I suck at watercolors, so we'll probably go with Neo colors. Yeah, I think let's go for Neo colors. So I'm just gonna grab them out. Hey little man, what you doing? How's your movie?
Really funny.
Really funny?
I
Do you need something? Hey, you feel warm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't want to have some daughter. I
Okay.
do the
No park today, honey. It's too smoky. I'm sorry. We're in Alberta right now, and this poor little kid is so bored because our neighbors next to us in BC have tons of fires going on, and it's so smoky here. I don't want him outside. Thanks, Kayla. He definitely is. Okay, you go play. Kayla says you're cute. Say thank you.
cake.
No, Kayla. You...
I
Yeah, you're cute. Go watch your movie, okay? He says thank you, Kayla. Okay, so I only have the 40 set, but should be able to make it work. And I do like to keep track of my colors and everything too. I'm actually pretty proud of myself. I'm going to have to grab another one of these books here soon because that's all the pages I have filled. And then I've only got a few more to go, so I'm thinking by next year I'll have to grab a new one. How old is Kayla? How old is Kayla, She's pretty cute too. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for darker colors at first, or actually no, let's start with lighter colors and then we can put darker colors in there. So I'm going to grab out purple. Ooh, in February, what day? I'm going to go for purple, maybe a little bit of mauve, pink, and turquoise blue. What is the second? Oh, first. Yeah, my little man turned 4 on the 22nd of February. He's going in preschool next month, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, I have to be organized. Otherwise, it drives me crazy. But it's more like an organized chaos. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here, if I can figure out how to. There we go. kind of going to go in just randomly. This is the purple. And I'm not very good at doing galaxy style background, so I'm just going to wing it. Apparently there's something under my page here. Charlotte, I think it might be harder for Dad. He has one of the best daddies ever. My boyfriend would basically do absolutely anything for that kid. I've never seen a dad so dedicated to his family. It's like to the point where I tell him to go and hang out with his friends and go do stuff that most guys like would love to be told to go do by their wives. And he won't do it. I don't think he's gone over to his friends to just hang out since we've had Carbon. It's cute and kind of annoying sometimes. I will be honest. It is pretty awesome. It's funny too because between him and my sister's husband, he's my parents' favorite. Well, my mom's favorite anyways. My stepdad loves him but wishes that he drank more beer with him. Rain's not much of a drinker. So I'm going to go in with the mauve and just kind of blend that into the purple and put it out in some other areas. No clue what I'm doing, I'm just kind of winging it. Yeah, it's kind of crappy though because Rain gives Carbon so much of his attention that it's like Carbon just, I don't know, he's got this thing with Rain where unless Rain's doing what he wants him to do, Carbon wants nothing to do with him. And I'm the hard ass. I'm the one always on his ass for stuff, always giving him crap, and he just thinks the world of me. I keep telling Rain he's got to be more stern. Thank you, Robin. Thanks for being here. Hi to anybody else I've missed. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to switch to the pink. Just kind of put this in between the purple and the mauve to kind of help blend them out. Charmaine, you will love them. I suck at watercolors, but I really don't have a problem with the Neil colors, even though they technically are watercolor. I know, but back in the old days, it was like you watch like all the old time movies and stuff, and it was always the moms like, I'm gonna tell your dad when he gets home you're gonna be in big trouble. And now these days, it's always I hear Rain, don't make me go get your mom. Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. I don't know why I was so nervous, because it's basically the same as recording. I always do recorded videos, except it's kind of less awkward because I'm not actually talking to myself right now. I'm going to switch to the blue now, which is the turquoise blue, I think. Yep. Hi, Grace. Happy to have you here. There is so much stuff I see on your channel that I want and will probably never get, but happy to see you using stuff. It kind of helps. I don't need to have it, but as long as I can watch somebody else using it, I'm good. Hi, Katerina. Thanks for being here. I'm going to go in and activate this and see how it looks before I go along the rest of the background while waiting for it to dry. And if anybody is wondering, this is the Create Space paper. I don't print my pages on fancier paper. A lot of people seem to have a love-hate relationship with the Create Space paper, but I don't seem to mind it. This is from Enchanted Faces, the pocket-sized version. Thank you, Kayla. It's not too bad once you figure out how to work with it. I do kind of hate using my Prismas on it because I feel like it eats my Prismas up. But I actually don't mind the Prismacolor Scholars or the, what are they, the Marco Raffines on them. As well as anything watercolor is a lot easier to do in it. So I do end up using my Inktense pencils a lot and my Neos a lot in Hannah's books. Especially for backgrounds, because I'm way too lazy to pencil in a background. Sabrina! I'm glad you made it. Hopefully you're not buffering too bad. So if any of you have watched my videos before, anytime I talk about my Jungle Book coloring book and Enchanted Forest, I always mention that a friend had sent it to me and we didn't talk anymore. Well, that friend was actually Sabrina, and one of Sammy's live chats, or live streams, brought us back together. So thank you for that, Sammy. Okay, I don't think that's too bad for a first layer. I definitely do want to make it darker because I want to do quite a bit of stars in there and make it super galactic. Robin, I'm not sure how. My phone doesn't seem to want to give me the option for doing that, so I might have to find a different way to do it. Hopefully I can get that figured by the colorathon. Hi Rachel, thank you. I'm going to start back in with my purple and just kind of do the rest of the sky here. I'm not sure if this is hair or sky right there. That's what everybody was telling me, Grace, but every time I've tried to watch live streams on my computer and it doesn't show up, so I'm not sure if I'd be able to use my computer to do that. I think next time I might have to use my other phone to live stream and hopefully it would give me that option, but I'm not really sure. I did just update the YouTube app, so there shouldn't really be any issues that I can think of. It's an LG Play, or I think, I can't really remember. Maybe it's a Motorola. No, it's a Motorola something. I thought it was LG, but that was my other one. I'm really not sure. I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look. No, I know, but I mean the chat and the stream itself doesn't show up. My computer tells me that live streams aren't compatible on it for some reason. I think it's missing a plugin or something. I'm going to switch to the mauve here. But just out of curiosity, if I make somebody a mod, they will continuously be a mod for all future live streams, right? Like I don't have to do it every time? Aw, thank you, Grace. I love watching your videos too. I'll pick up the turquoise blue again here. Okay, so I think what I might do then is I'm going to try sometime after this, Kayla and Sammy, I'm going to just do a private live stream somewhere in the near future before next weekend, and I'll invite you two by link, and then hopefully I can just make you guys mods there, so that way you guys can be mods in my future live streams. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. I think most of this is hair, but I'm not sure if this little bit here and here is hair or sky. What do you guys think? Yeah, Grace, I don't know why people feel the need to thumbs down. If you don't like somebody's videos or channel, just leave it alone. Hi, Vanessa. Thanks for being here. Thanks, Kayla. I'm not as nervous anymore. I always have that problem. Something new makes me super anxious, but I'm trying to get over my anxiety. Okay, Robin, we'll go with that. I'm going to pick up my pink again and put that in here in just little bits. Yeah, you're probably right, Grace. Thank you. I can tell that I've relaxed because my little Lilo is sitting over here not staring at me anymore. She's finally sleeping. Thanks, Natalie. That's what I was thinking. It's weird talking about the sky because I am Sky. And then it was always funny because like back in elementary school and stuff, when you had to write short stories, I'd always end up writing my name instead of the sky because it's Skye. And then I'd always have friends that would do the same thing because they were so used to spelling my name. Yeah, Grace, it works perfectly, and then you have no white left either. I'll even use it as kind of just a base. Before I got the Touch 5 markers, thanks to Sammy's enabling, I used to use the Inktense and there's another one that I used to use in here. I think maybe just pastels or something. Just something to take away all the white of the page, so that way it's not as noticeable. Thanks, guys. Me too. I'm definitely going to make them darker, though, because I want our stars to show up. Not sure on hair color yet, though, either. I was thinking either pink or blue, or maybe like a greeny blue. I'm not sure. Thanks, Kayla. Grace, if that was aimed at me, no, I don't. I think that might be dry enough to go over it again. I think what I'm going to do, because I do like these colors, so actually I am going to darken up the background quite a bit, but I'm going to use these colors for the clouds. So that way they're kind of the same colors, but the clouds will be a little bit lighter. I haven't been monetized yet. I don't think you can have super chat until you've been monetized. But I did go ahead and register my account for it, so they said within a month they should let me know. Yes, Elizabeth, this is a Hannah Lynn picture. Yeah, I heard it does take quite a while. I'm in no rush. Anything I get from it is going to go back into the channel anyways, so. I'm using the purple here, and I'm just going to use this to kind of create a little bit of a shadow in where the clouds come in from behind each other. This is just the Create Space paper that comes in the books off of Amazon, Ollie. And I'm using the Neocolor 2s, which are watercolor crayons, and they are absolutely amazing. And I think my first ever coloring video was probably 2 years ago, but I didn't really get serious about making videos until probably like a year and a half, maybe a year ago. I agree, Vanessa. I love the pocket-sized versions. It's super refreshing to be able to just completely finish a page start to finish within a couple hours. Way less stressful. If I could get all of Hannah's books in pocket size, I would. Definitely. No questions asked. I'm going to switch to the mauve now. My little man's watching Despicable Me 3, and he's at the part where Drew and Gru switch places. That is my favorite part in the whole movie. You should, Anne. They took me a little bit to get a hang of them, but I absolutely love them. I don't know what I have ever done without these crayons. It is a great movie. My other favorite part is when he's talking about Agnes, I think. No, not Agnes. Like the oldest kid's name. I can't remember her name. But he's saying she's 12 and she will always be 12. That would definitely be my husband if we had a girl. Thank you, Samantha. I'm going to switch to the blue now. I haven't even ordered Victorian Darlings yet. I had the cash saved up for it, and then my little one broke his play phone. He's a little bit spoiled, but he has mostly ABC and numbers games on there, so it teaches him a lot, and he only gets it a couple hours a day. And that's usually what he does in the morning. He's so excited. He loves his me time in the morning, which is nice because that's when I usually color. So I ended up having to use my savings to replace his phone. And I figured it wouldn't be a problem because Hannah's books always come out way later on Amazon. I think I had to wait a month for her Halloween book to show up on there. And of course, the one time I don't have the cash ready right away, it is available the day of release. Her books have never been available on the day of release. I swear the universe was laughing at me that day. Yeah, Kayla, I know you do. It definitely would be nice to have the whole set. I think I'm good with 40 though. You can mix so many different colors with them. It's awesome. I'm just going to go in with the pink now and just kind of blend into that purple and mauve. Hi everybody coming in. Thanks for being here. That's another thing I love about the Neos for backgrounds, because if I go over anything in the picture, it'll be fine because I can just go back over it with pencil later on and it's not a huge deal. It's so much faster than using pencil crayons. So I think I'm happy with that as a first layer, so I'm just going to go in and activate it now. I don't know why this water brush wants to put out a lot of water. Oh, thanks, Anne. Probably just because I'm winging it and I don't know, using the Neo colors, I feel a lot more confident because it just always turns out nice no matter what, even though I really don't have any idea what I'm doing. Thank you, Samantha. The second layer will make it more intense though. I agree, Victoria. I noticed that too. If you put way too much thought and pressure into a page, you are more likely to fail. I notice I always end up loving my just random pages more than ones I overthink. Ollie, I'm just coloring in the Create Space paper that comes with the books. Nothing special. I know a lot of people are afraid of using water mediums in them, but as long as you don't use a whole lot of water, just enough to activate whatever you're working with, then it's usually fine. I've even used watercolors in these books, so. Thank you, Rachel. Me too. It's one of my favorites. I've been wanting to do it forever. I was thinking about doing one from Mermaids, Fairies, and Other Girls of Whimsy because I'm trying to get that one done as soon as possible. I was hoping for the end of the year, but that's not going to happen. But it would take way too long to finish a page from there. Rachel, this is from Hannah Lynn's Enchanted Faces. Thank you, Samantha. It's definitely not as nerve-wracking as I thought it was going to be. I have this thing where I think things are going to be way worse than they actually are, so I stress myself out for nothing. It's a lot of fun. And that was major sarcasm. Okay, I'm going to put those colors aside for now, and I'm going to grab some darker ones for the background. That's okay, hun. Go get some rest. That's super late. I usually do not feel good the next day when I go to bed that late, so you should definitely get some sleep. grab out the violet. Basically just darker versions of the colors that I already had. So I'm going to go with violet, and let's see what else. Definitely want the Prussian blue. What else do I want? Let's go with some cobalt blue because that's a beautiful color. And then I think we're also going to put in just a little bit of black to help darken it up even more. Okay, so I'm going to go in with the black first, and I want to really darken it up around where these clouds are. So that way the clouds stand out a little bit more. So is anyone else working on coloring pages? If so, what are you working on? Right now I'm working on recording the Halloween color along for the channel. I mean, aside from this is just for the streaming. It's such a beautiful book, Anne. I can't spend that much on a book that has half the pages as his previous books. I'm very disappointed with his publishers on that one. Ooh, lots of good books you guys are working in. Next I'm going to switch to the Prussian blue, and I'm going to put that in along with that black as well. I love Kirby's books too. He is one of my favorites. He's probably actually second to Hannah Lynn, maybe. Ooh, you'll love Daydreams, Charmaine. That's a beautiful book. Next we're going to switch to purple. And I'm just going to pop this in just randomly. Same with the cobalt blue. Did you just say you want a unicorn?
Yeah, to play with me.
Okay. I don't know how to tell you this, kiddo, but unicorns aren't real.
But I can't find
I know, because they're not real, honey. You poor thing. Besides, if you found a unicorn, Grandma would steal it from you. Grandma loves unicorns.
Well, I drama nahi tanya on new for free. Then drama will say, yeah, you can.
Well, you ask Grandma next time you see her then, okay?
Wait, what?
I don't know. Make sure you close the door over, okay? Right, Kayla? You must be at that part where that little girl's trying to find a unicorn.
Yeah.
So I'm going in with Cobalt Blue. I'm just going to kind of pop this in randomly as well. Mix it in with other colors too. Oh, Tess, I feel bad for you. I have a little bit of that to do today too. It's never fun, although we're going to be stuck inside since it's so smoky out anyways. I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to start going in and activating it now. I got mosquitoes in my house. Thanks, Kayla. It'll definitely help when we go and put stars in it. It will definitely help the stars look a lot brighter. Definitely makes it a lot harder when my water pen tries to flood my page. Oh, thank you, Mel. I think this, like, when I'm watching somebody else too, I always think the same thing too. Oh, no, Robin, I'm just wiping my brush off on a sheet of paper here. And that's just to get the excess color off. That way the colors don't get too muddy. Yeah, I think we'll finish off with the background today, and then I am set up for the colorathon, so I will hopefully be finishing this picture then, so I'll have some time to think about hair colors. Thank you, Ollie. Bye. Thanks, Charlotte. I actually kind of applied that same technique that Peta Hewitt uses for her ink tints to the Neos. It definitely helps. It's a quick, easy way to clean off your brush too, which is nice. Kim, the colorathon is next Saturday and Sunday, and Sammy will be posting the schedule on her, I believe, art page on Facebook. So if you go and follow Color and Chat with Sammy on Facebook, the schedule should be posted tomorrow, and that's the UK version of Color, so it's COLOUR. I'm just going to go back in with my black here and finish off the background on the rest of the page, and then we will add a little bit more to the clouds, and then I think I'm done for today. It's almost lunchtime. I'm going to make my little man some food. Is the color like nobody's watching the same thing as the colorathon, Anne? I'm going to switch to my violet now. Just going to pop that in randomly. Okay, yeah, that's right. For some reason I thought it was two different events, but that's right. Kayla, what time did you sign up for? I'm going to switch to the Prussian blue now. Or Prussian? Is it Prussian or Prussian? I'm not sure. I already told my hubby I am not going anywhere next weekend. I'm watching everybody's stream, and if he has a problem with that, then that's his problem. Before me? Are you sure? I thought you were after me. Maybe not. I'd have to look again. I know I did notice that you were on there when Sammy showed the page on her stream before last, I think it was. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the cobalt blue. And then we'll go in and activate it. Yeah, I'll message you and Sammy later on at some point. See if I can figure it out. Yeah, good call on doing this part as the sky. Kind of makes the picture look a little bit more equal. So I think I'm happy for the background for the most part. Nice little spot there. So I'm just going to touch up those clouds a little bit and then I'm done. The troll patrols. I love that. That reminds me of Paw Patrol. You can tell I have a 4-year-old, huh? Okay, one thing I want to do for these clouds is I'm going to take the Prussian blue and I'm going to put this in along the edge too. I'm going to really darken up those shadows and kind of make them match the sky, but still have the tips of the clouds different enough that they stand out. And that's like Kayla the one day. I swear she had everybody as a mod on her live stream. And then I'm going to go in with the purple and go over top of the Prussian blue and just bring it out a little bit. It's funny too, because I have my phone right beside me, because I'm using my other phone right beside me, so I can see the chat, because my other phone's above my head, so I can't really see it. And it does look way better on the camera than it does in person, that's for sure. Not that it looks bad in person, but it just definitely looks better on the camera. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the cobalt blue, and I'm going to put a little bit of that in there too. Just to kind of blend our, what's it called, turquoise blue into. I'm just laughing at Tess and Anne. Maybe pop a little bit of that blue up here too. And then lastly, I'm going to go in with the turquoise blue. And I'm going to put that at the very tips and then blend it back in a little ways. Thank you, Susan. Thanks, Charlotte. You too. Thanks for being here. Take care. Have a good day, or I guess evening or night, wherever you are. Thank you, Victoria. Thanks, Anne. Okay, now I'm going to go in and just activate all that. And I'm going to very carefully just try and activate the light blue first and then work my way back into the darker colors. Because I want to keep the tips of the clouds as light as I can. Thank you, Grace. And that's one thing, the watercolors do buckle the paper quite a bit, but I find usually after I'm done, I'll go and just kind of put it under a stack of books, and it usually flattens it pretty good. Plus, I've never really been one to mind buckled paper because I love the sound that it makes. So. No, not really, and not unless I use too much water. Then it will occasionally happen if I'm not careful, but for the most part, it's pretty good. I definitely wouldn't want to use too much water or rub too much in one spot, so it makes you work a little bit quicker, which is kind of beneficial because I find a lot of the time we try to be too careful and perfect, and a lot of the time with watercolors, your best work is when it's not perfect, if that even makes sense. Okay, so I think that's it for the background for now. So next week we'll definitely try and finish her. I'm super excited to splatter some stars in the background, figure out hair color and all that. She's going to be super fun to finish. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I want to thank each and every one of you for being here for my first live stream and for supporting me. It's definitely made it a lot easier and less nerve-wracking, so I totally appreciate it. Thank you, Sammy. That means a lot coming from you because your work is amazing. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. I was thinking about starting streaming on Friday mornings since my little man is going to be in preschool for Fridays. It wouldn't be every Friday morning, but it would be most of them because there's going to be a couple times where I'm going to have to go in and help at the preschool and stuff. So But we'll see. I'll think about it more and I'll probably make a decision on Sunday's stream for the colorathon. Anyways, thanks everybody. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. And I'm gonna go make my little man some lunch. And I hope to see you guys all on your streams and in the streams on Saturday and Sunday coming up. Thanks for all the likes too, by the way. You guys are awesome. Okay, bye everyone. Take care.